it's kind of got that feeling. It's got that 80s, 90s action movie vibe to it.
Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about a potential Lionheart type movie, a new one coming out. Maybe. Set to attach to direct it, Sheldon Lettich, who of course wrote and directed Lionheart. Now, he didn't write this one, but he is set to possibly direct it, and if that happens, this movie has my interest. Without his involvement, not nearly as much, unless, either Van Damme was in it or, I don't know, Canon Films made a comeback and put it out. But without that kind of connection, I wouldn't really be too interested. But with that said, maybe Sheldon Lettich can recapture some of that 80s, 90s magic again if he does direct this. I will definitely be checking it out. I'll cover it on the channel if and when that happens. With all that said, please help support the channel by hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing the video. And if you want to smell amazing, either in the gym, outside the gym, just anywhere, amazing cologne, black belt fragrances, also women's perfume, I can get you a great discount. All information linked in the description below. United States customers only. With all that said, let's get on to this discussion about a new potential fight film that could be very interesting. I noticed on IMDb that you are listed as a director pre-production. I believe the movie's called Fight Pride.
Correct, yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's just some people that I've never worked with before got in touch with me. And it's sort of in the vein of Lionheart, so you can see why they want me to direct it.
Try to catch that magic again.
Hey man, you want to use the phone? Come on, let's go. Hey.
It's going to shoot in Atlanta, and they've been pulling a cast together. They've got a few good names there so far. So we'll see how that develops. I haven't met with any of the actors. I haven't met with any of the principals. We've just done Zoom calls.
Now, what do you think of the script? Did you want to make any revisions, or did you think,
I like
hey, this is a good script?
It is. It's a good script.
It's a good script.
Yeah. So, and there's a female fight promoter that's an important character, which
kind of like Cynthia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That, my man, is the lady. This is her show.
there's a number. It hits some of the same bases as Lionheart. And it's not it's not like a revenge action movie. It's more in the vein of Lionheart. So I can understand why they wanted me to direct this one, hoping that I'll bring some of that Lionheart magic to it.
Yeah, is there a cool manager character like Joshua? Because he helped make Lionheart.
My manager? Yeah.
There's not a manager like that. No, there's other things in it. I don't want to get into all the details.
Sure.
I didn't write the script, but I think it's quite good. But maybe I'll start talking about it more when we get closer, when it starts looking like we're really.
I'd love to have you back on the channel. I mean, not just for that, for other things too, but especially if you want to talk about it. I know my audience would love to hear, hey, the guy who made Lionheart is making another similar type movie. Maybe we could catch that 80s and 90s magic again that we won't be wanting.
Well, that's what it's kind of got that feeling. It's got that 80s, 90s action movie vibe to it. So again, that's probably why they wanted me to do it, and hopefully I can bring the magic again.
Now, do they have a lead in mind? Because obviously Van Damme is a huge part of Lionheart.
They do. They have this sort of a new guy. His name is Daniel Stissen. Okay. If you look all this up, you'll see he did a movie recently in Sweden that's being released in the US. I think it's called Last Man Standing, something like that.
Oh, interesting.
But you can, if you go to IMDb, look up this guy, you'll see his latest movie, and he's got a real interesting look. He's really got more of a mixed martial arts kind of a look to him. Got a beard, very muscular, and he starred in this other movie, and what I've seen of it uh, looks pretty damn good. I haven't met him personally, but we've talked on Zoom a number of times.
Oh, that's cool, man.
And so far, we've got like Michael Pare and Randy Couture
Okay.
as co-stars.
Okay.
So it's similar to Lionheart in many ways, and in many ways it's not. But it's got that kind of a vibe to it. So it's more like Lionheart than any of my other films. It's not like Bloodsport, not like Double Impact. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're all going for.
But is it going to be, it's not going to be like MMA in a cage though, right? It's going to be more like underground bare knuckle fighting?
It's underground bare knuckle.
You know the rules, Edge. There's no rules.
In different venues.
Like Lionheart.
Yeah. So like different underground venues.
Speaking of which, just circling back to that real quick, how did you come up with, or did you come up with like all the venues? I mean, the racquetball court, the swimming pool, the surrounded by cars, those are like very iconic, so memorable.
I can't really say how I came up with them, but I didn't come up with all of them. Jean-Claude came up with the idea about the circle of cars.
Oh, okay.
I came up with the swimming pool.
That's so cool.
Which was pretty damn cool, actually. That was a good arena for a fight. Yeah, the racquetball court. It just seemed to be someplace where the two fighters would be kind of trapped in there, and the audience is watching from outside the glass. So we basically wanted a venue where you've got these two guys, and they basically stuck fighting one another. Then like the one, the underground parking garage, I'm not sure which of us came up with that idea, but that ended up being kind of a nice scene. It was different than the other venues because basically the two fighters were right in the middle of the crowd.
Sure.
In fact, that's how we even got Lawrence Bender into the scene where
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
what he ended up doing after that movie. I'm sure he's so embarrassed by that role, right? He's a little Weasley coward guy who basically calls out Van Damme and then just gets pumped in the process, right?
Right.
Right now, you and me.
Yeah, he doesn't really talk about it much.
I wouldn't think so.
I've stayed in touch with a lot of these people. Actually, I've been pretty close friends with Harrison Page.
Yeah, you guys did the commentary together on Lionheart DVD collection.
Paco's a good friend still. I've gotten together with Deborah Renard a few times in New York City. She lives in New York now. Every time I go there, in fact, I give her a call. We get together.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then Michelle Kesey, I've stayed in touch with him. So, yeah, from Lionheart, Jeff Langton, still in touch with him. So we've kind of kept the torch. We've kind of kept the fire going here for Lionheart.
That's
yeah, cool. Harrison and I, we went to this guy came out with a special edition Blu-ray in Germany and flew us to Germany. So we got to hang out in Germany for a week. And Harrison had lots of fans there because he also did a TV show. Crap, I'm blanking on the name right now, but that was a popular show over there in Germany. So
interesting.
Anyway, it's fun doing stuff like that. I'd like to do more stuff like that.
Yeah. One more question on Lionheart, because I know this has been talked about for a while. Lionheart 2. Hey guys, in the next episode, we're going to talk about the likelihood of Lionheart 2 happening, also what it would be about if it did happen. With all that said, thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.